Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Motivation, the meeting we have each and every week to get you guys motivated and trying to get you guys engaged in the group. I'm trying to help you learn, I'm trying to help you launch, and I'm trying to help you earn. And this is the motivation video for the week. Today is June 7th, 2021. We're into June, folks. Year's almost halfway over. We had a good week. We increased our membership by 3. We're up to 45 now. Starting to see a little momentum happening within the group. Also reached out and personally greeted 3 members last week. We had a little back and forth exchange. Wonderful. I plan on doing more of that in the future. And oh, by the way, you notice the green screen behind me? That's because I'm in the studio. That's what's going on. We're doing the next course, the final course of my giant library that I'm going to develop for a while. I've got some other things I'm thinking about doing down the road a bit, but before I get into doing those things, I wanted to finish up this course. This is something I've been working on. Really, this is a kind of a culmination of my entire life, how it is I got to where I'm at, the thing that I do each and every day that keeps me going, the thing that took me from where I was before, which I used to have panic attacks. I was a mess. I was going nowhere fast. And today, I can't be happier. I mean, my life is wonderful. And it's all thanks to this practice of six film. And that's what we're going to be teaching in this course. So let's see. Oh, I wanted to mention that somebody brought to my attention when a student was trying to download the black and white version of the workbook for the ACT complete course, the advanced to expert level. And apparently, probably sometime last week or the week before, I made some updates. I found some errors or something, so I went and corrected those errors. And when I updated the corrected version, I updated the keynote version of the workbook instead of the PDF workbook. And if you don't have an Apple Keynote, then it's useless. And it was just an error on my part. I wasn't paying attention to which version I was uploading. So I've corrected that thanks to the student that brought that to my attention. So if you are taking the ACT complete course and you've been struggling trying to get the black and white workbook, it's all fixed now, and so you can just go in and you can download that and get the PDF version, and then you have a black and white version of the workbook, and you can follow the workbook. All right, so I wanted to, in terms of giving you a story for motivation for this week, I'm just going to tap into my own history, folks. Today marks my 2-year anniversary of my first full day of being in the home I'm in right now. That's in Lake Mary, Florida, which is just north of Orlando. 2 years ago, I can't believe the time has gone by so fast. It's crazy. 2 years ago yesterday, there's a picture of me going like this. And so excited about the fact that we finally got everything loaded up into this big moving van. It was coming to where I'm at now. I was living in a place called Key Biscayne in Miami, Florida. And it took us about 3 or 4 months to get all the boxing loaded, everything loaded up and packed. And it was a massive move. Haven't moved this type of distance in a long time. So it's a huge change. We took our children out of the schools that they were in, and they're relocating. We came to a place where not one of us, not my wife, not myself, not my children, none of us knew anybody. Brand new territory, didn't know a thing, didn't know where the closest supermarket was, we didn't know anything about this place. And we had to figure out everything from scratch. And as soon as we started to basically get a compass, an understanding of where things are, and we said, okay, let's start making friends, then COVID hit. And so it's been, we're all experiencing the whole COVID drama. And for about 18 months, we were in here and in serious lockdown. And we're starting to get much better here where I'm at. Most of us are all vaccinated, and people are complying with the masking up when we go out. So there's a rhythm to life, and there's a way to get back into sort of the swing of things, a new type of way of living, and we're getting comfortable with it. And so we're making friends. But today, 2 years later, I look back at that time and I go, wow, when we first got here, it was a frightening time. Didn't know what was happening. And change can be that way. Change can be very difficult. But we decided to see it as an opportunity to create a brand new life, to form new habits, new relationships, to create a new version of ourselves. And so if you're going through a big change, if it's COVID related, and that's a big one for all of us, try to see this on the positive side if you can. And there's a lot of negativity associated with what's going on in the world today. But if you can, look at the changes that are being made as a way to create a new version of you. If you've got a chance to change something about how you're operating, how you view things, how you see things, this is the time to learn how to see things differently, how to learn how to see things differently, how to become the new version, the better version of you. Take a course that will help you be less reactive and become more responsive. And then if you want to really ramp it up to the next level where you really feel in command of your life, you want to take a proactive course. I got a couple of them out there. One of them's already published, and this one I'm working on now is the next one that's coming out. That is really the proactive modality that I use each and every single day of my life. The other one that's out is the Optimal Happy Life Practitioner and Coaching course. This one is, I like to refer to it as the external way of living. These are the practical steps that you've probably seen other gurus talk about, in terms of making the best version of yourself. Well, these are the practical steps on how to do that and how you can actually create the chemistry inside your head to make you feel good while you're creating this new life that you want and the steps to get what it is that you want in life. And it all starts out by explaining what the human voyage is all about, and the 6 phases and the 8 compartments of your life that you want to keep in balance. 6FEM is more about what you're going to be doing internally each and every day. Just 6 things, daily things that you need to do each and every day. Where the Optimal Happy Life is, you don't necessarily do these things every single day. It's more of a long-term map, and you do this, and then some days go by, and then you do that, and then maybe a couple weeks go by, and then you do this. So this is more of the long-term plan, where 6FEM is your day-to-day way of just living a freedom-based, empowered-based, and masterful-based life. Mastery is what we're talking about. Okay, so I did something a little different this week. Rather than sort of waiting for folks to participate in the group, and honestly, we haven't had a lot of participation inside the group. I'm posting and people are seeing it. I can tell that people are looking at it. I get a couple of reactions, a thumbs up here and there. Maybe somebody might put a little comment here and there. A couple of you guys out there, and I appreciate any time that you do respond or react or add to one of the things that I post. Bravo, thank you so much. That's what we want. That's what I want. Engagement. So what I decided to do is I try to remember what it was like for me the first time I entered a group. And for some of us, we need I need to feel a little bit more welcome. So I've decided that I'm going to personally reach out and do kind of an outreach program. So I'm going to send personal messages to the folks that are joining now. And I did that last week. I tried it out and it was great. The 3 people that joined the group, I reached out, private messaged them, and we have a little conversation going back and forth right now. And that's great. And if that's as far as you guys want to go for this particular point in time, that's fine. Hopefully you will be encouraged to move over to the next level, which is just to get out there in the group, put up a post or comment on something that's out there, talk about what it is that you're doing, which course that you're taking, or what's going on in your life that's related to the course that you're taking. or just giving me some ideas like Jessica did. She sent me, we were going back and forth, and she sent me an idea based on something, I believe she created it, that she could relate to in terms of what I'm teaching her in one of the courses. We're talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and she was thinking about the chakra and how they're so evenly matched up, and she created this little image, and I posted that up, and big thanks to her for doing that. And so the idea is, if you guys have any ideas that maybe you're not comfortable with sharing with the group, that's fine. I understand that. I've been there myself. But you think it might be something you want to share with me, we can go back and forth and talk about it. And then I might encourage you to want to post it. And if you don't, I'll ask your permission to post it in the group. And sometimes this is what we need. A little encouragement. We'll try this and that. Maybe you're just not sure as to what is acceptable in the group to post. I know there's some rules. Basically, the main rule is just no self-promoting. Because I can't sit there and figure out who is promoting what, and I don't want it to turn into that. And I don't want people to feel like they're being solicited by other people that might pull them out of the group. And I want this to be a safe environment where everybody feels like they're getting what I promise, which is I'm going to help you learn and gain in terms of retention. I want to ramp up the retention level. I want you to be able to really understand this information, and to get to understanding, we have to start putting things into practice. And we can do that in this group. We can talk to each other, we can have discussions, we can even create events where we can get on a Zoom call and do some role playing, things like this. So we can really cement in what it is that we're learning, so we get some practical understanding. And then we can actually apply it in our regular lives and our lives outside of the classroom environment, outside of the group. And then you start to see the real impact of what it is that we're teaching and how it really impacts your life. And once you really see that, whoa, the magic really happens. And then anything that you invest in terms of time and money, it will be well worth it. Okay, and that's what we want. We want to move you from learning to launching, and that's what launching is. Launching is applying what you learn into your life. And then when you begin to launch whatever it is that you're seeking, you will have earned it. Okay, so it's not a gift to you. It just drops in your lap, and in that regard, you don't perhaps have as much appreciation for it as putting in the blood, sweat, and tears and time, and even money towards what it is that you are now capable of doing, or what you will be capable of doing that will change your life, because you will have earned it. And that will be a big difference in your life. And of course, earning can just be earning that place that you want in life, that position that you want in life, some level of appreciation, some level of respect. Maybe it is about making a living. Maybe you want to become a coach, a helper of some sort, practice and even teach ACT or 6FEM or the Cognition Tower, NLP 2.0, or optimal parenting, or any of the other courses I have, and you want to go and teach and help somebody else these same things that we're teaching. This would give you the potential of earning. Okay, anytime you provide a service for somebody, you can charge for that service, and you can make money off providing that service. And it'll be well worth it for them, and it'll be well worth it for you. Okay, so that's it here. That's all I have. I got to jump back in the studio, folks. See this? I got to drink my coffee here, and I got to get my water in, and I got to get on the camera. I got a lot of work to do here. So you guys, I want you to have a great week. Remember, if anybody has any ideas, I want you to jump and post on the group. But if you don't feel comfortable with doing it, please just drop me a private message in the group, but direct it to me. You know how to do the private messaging in Facebook, and we can chat together that way. I'm going to be a little busy this week, so I probably won't be able to get back to you, maybe even in the same day. We'll see. But I usually try to carve out about an hour in the evening to catch up on all my messages and things like that. So if you message me today, I'll try to get back with you today. If I don't get you today, I'll most likely within 24 to 48 hours. Okay. Other than that, that's all I have. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Remember, if you're going through a big change, Try to see the change as an opportunity to become the new version of you. Okay, that's what change really is all about. The change on the outside can give you an opportunity to change on the inside. Okay? All right, guys, have a great week. I'm jumping back in the studio to continue with 6FEM, and we'll see you at the next Monday motivational meeting, which will be next week on June 14th. That's it. Take care, guys.